Hey guys, Zach Egan here. I wanted to go over a product that I use a ton. Like I write multiple of these each and every week. This is the Mutual of Omaha Guaranteed Advantage Accidental Death Policy. The reason why I use this so often is it's an easy add-on sell. Most people, the most dangerous thing they do in a day is drive their car. And I deal in areas where there's a lot of people who commute to and from work. And if they were to die in the next 2 or 3 years, this would probably be the way that it happens, unfortunately. This covers if they die of an accident or if they die of a cause of the accident within 365 days of the accident. So guaranteed advantage issue ages are 18 to 70 years old. The key thing there is most accidental death coverages stop insuring people at age 60 just because as people get older, 70 or older, their chance of dying of an accident increases substantially. So it goes all the way up until their age 70. The benefit goes from 50,000 all the way up to 500,000. They can get spousal coverage on the same policy, which is pretty cheap. I usually do that, add the spouse to the policy because it's cheap. If they get in a common carrier accident, so if they're like a fare-paying passenger on a boat, train, or plane and pass away due to an accident, it doubles the face amount. And then if they're in an auto pedestrian accident, like they get hit by a car, Mutual of Omaha will give them an additional 25%. Now, the same restrictions that apply to the proposed insured apply to the spouse as well. So the spouse can only get coverage if they're age 18 to 70. You can also add children to this policy. The children have to be, 0 to 18 years of age. They'll stay on the policy until 19 years or until they're 23 if they're going to college. There's also a rider that you can get included in this policy that's a return of premium. Generally, this is what I do because the chance of dying in an accident is actually really minimal. So the opportunity to get all their money back if they don't die of the accident is, I would say, super important. They'll give them a percentage of their money back when they terminate their policy, regardless of when they terminate their policy. And the chart shows right here. So if they terminate it in year 4, they'll get 1% of their premiums back. Ideally, they need to hold it until year 30 to get the 100% return of premium. I don't really go over that. I just tell them that at the end of the 30 years, they would get their premiums back. All right, so here is some of the things about the policy. So guaranteed advantage is guaranteed for clients that apply. So there's no health questions. Nothing like that. They just need to be alive, either a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, and be able to provide the information for that. They cannot have more than one Mutual of Omaha accidental death policy. They can have accidental death with another company, they just can't have another one with the Mutual of Omaha. They can't add their spouse to the policy after the policy is in effect. The spouse would need to get their own policy. So they need to either decide right then to put their spouse on the policy when they're applying for coverage, or the spouse will have to get a different policy down the road. They can add newborn children or adopted children as long as they provide their name, date of birth, and relationship. Oh yes, the primary insured must be the owner of the policy on this one, and the payer of the premiums must also be one of the proposed insured. For non-U.S. citizens, they will be covered, but they need to be permanent residents and give their permanent residency number or green card number. Now there's only certain relationships that they allow the beneficiary to be. So it has to be a spouse, fiance, or domestic partner, a child, siblings, grandparents, grandchildren. They have trust, estate, business partner, and the business owned by the proposed insured. So make sure that the beneficiaries fall into one of those groups. Now, you as the agent need to be health licensed to offer this product by Mutual of Omaha, and the application must be for the client's state of residence. So this is one good thing about Mutual of Omaha. One really good thing is the communications for the underwriting will always be delivered to you in emails, so they'll keep notifying you of things that need to be done for your policies to get issued, which I really like. The applications that you take on the proposed insured need to be received by the home office within 30 days of the sign date. Here's some of the pricing. So this is why it's, I would say, pretty easy to add one of these on to existing coverage, especially if you've written them, a mortgage protection plan or an accident, or a final expense plan, because we can cover large amounts of debt that if they were to die of an accident in the near future, this product could fulfill that need. And it's super cheap. So if they're 18 to 50, for 50,000, it's $10.29. 51 through 60, it's a little bit more. It's $10.72. And then 61 to 70, it's $13.22. The reason why it's more expensive as they get older is because as they get older, that they are more likely to die of an accident. The one that I generally do, like I was saying, was the return of premium. So here's the return of premium pricing. So for that same thing, 50,000 for a male, 18 to 50, it's and 50 is the cutoff for that return of premium. It's only $14.41, so it's only a couple bucks more to get the return of premium benefit. And most people are banking on themselves living for the next, 30 years, so they'll have the opportunity to get that premium back. That's pretty much sums it up with all of what I want to talk about accidental death. I feel like it's something that most people should have, because if they were to die traumatically, without their family even having a guess that they were going to of an accident, they would definitely need that additional coverage. So adding, $100,000 on for, 10, 15 bucks a month, I find to be very beneficial for a lot of my clients. So I hope this one helps, guys. If you have any more questions about the Mutual of Omaha accidental death product, feel free to reach out to me.